Alright, you fuckers at Copa, listen up! This video is made for adults and older fans of Thomas and Friends, not for kids. You hear me? Anyways, enjoy the video.
Thanks to Paxton, Oliver was soon permitted to return to regular service. His next stop was the Brendan branch, as its auto-fitted engine was due for maintenance. The sea air reminded Oliver of home, and Isabel and Dulcie, fully mended after their accident, sang little songs with him as they trundled along. He made fast friends with Edward, though Oliver still felt rather uneasy around Boko and Derek.
Being around one diesel was uncomfortable enough, but two is something else.
Plate layers were repairing a set of damaged tracks at Wellsworth. The work was taking longer than expected, sometimes going into the night. One evening, Oliver arrived at the station with his final push-pull service of the day.
What was that?
It's all right. It's only a welder's torch.
It took quite some time to calm Oliver down.
Is everything all right?
You thought it was a scrapper's torch, didn't you?
So what if I did? I wouldn't expect diesels like you to understand.
That's just it. We do understand.
We've had quite a few close encounters with scrap ourselves.
You? I lost friends back home because of stronger, more up-to-date diesels like you. How can you know anything about the fate of the scrapper's torch?
My class was very problematic. Our engines were unreliable and always failed us. I remember one day I broke down just outside of a station. Another engine took my train and I was shunted into a siding out of the way. I sat there for weeks. One day, I overheard the station master telling my driver about the possibility that I would be scrapped. If the Fat Controller hadn't stepped in when he did, I probably would have been cut up. I still have nightmares about meeting that fate, though.
My class wasn't much better. Our design was very unsuccessful, and our engines were the worst of any diesel. It seemed as though we broke down almost every other day. My engine burst into flames while I was on a goods run one day. The damage was so severe that many workmen said that scrap was my only fate. I was left in a siding for a long time. Then, one day, the Fat Controller came to see me. He took me in, gave me a new engine, and made me a part of his railway. I owe a great deal to him. But our brothers weren't so lucky. We're some of the sole survivors of our entire classes.
Even though we know there wasn't much we could do, we still wish.
You could have done more.
Perhaps we've more in common than you think. Just because we aren't steam engines doesn't mean that we can't understand your struggles. As the diesels drifted off to sleep, all of us stayed awake with much to consider.